If you grew up in Metro Vancouver, chances are you have heard the Riverview Hospital stories. The haunted tunnels, the ghosts, the strange things people swore they heard or saw late at night. As a kid, those stories felt real enough that I never wanted to go into Port Coquitlam very much. In my kid brain, it was all connected somehow. Then I got older, started selling real estate, actually spent some time there and realized that it was just a great community full of parks, trails, and normal people living their lives. I expected the Overlook Hotel. Instead, I found a huge Costco. Funny how a few childhood ghost stories can completely shape your map of the world. Today, I'm talking about living in Citadel Heights in Port Coquitlam, one of the most underrated and honestly underpriced areas in all of Metro Vancouver. It's a peaceful corner of Metro Vancouver with Fraser River views, top-rated schools, affordable detached homes, and best of all, it's a hidden gem that still flies completely under the radar. Sounds made up. It's not, and honestly, I'm a little nervous to tell you about it, because the secret is half the charm. Hi, my name is Simon Liu, and I am your friend in real estate here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. I have helped people buy and sell homes across Greater Vancouver for nearly 2 decades. From first-time condo buyers to families making major real estate decisions, my team and I would love to help. If you're thinking of making a move, I invite you to send a message using the information below. Let us help you find your happy home. Alright, let's talk about Citadel Heights. Blink and you'll miss it. Most people do, because the only way you pass it is if you're stuck on the Maryhill bypass, either on your way to or from the Costco. Those who are lucky enough to notice will surely think if they lived there, they would already be home. But at the end of this video, I will tell you exactly who thrives up here and one type of buyer who will honestly hate it. But first, where is Citadel Heights? If you have been going back and forth between Port Coquitlam and Coquitlam and even into South Burnaby, Citadel Heights deserves to be in that conversation, especially once you run the numbers on price per square foot. And if you have been researching Tri-Cities real estate and kept landing on Coquitlam or Port Moody, Citadel Heights is one that keeps getting overlooked. It sits on the southern tip of Port Coquitlam, up on a hill that slopes down toward the Fraser River. If Port Coquitlam is the little brother of the Tri-Cities, then Citadel is the little brother who grew 6 inches over the summer and now has the best seat at the dinner table. You have the Fraser River nearby and Highway 1 a short drive away. Plus the whole pocket is tucked far enough away from the main drag that you will not be listening to traffic at night. It's the kind of place where the loudest sound is a lawnmower and maybe somebody's kid practicing the trumpet. Badly. Alright, you got me. I was once that kid. This is a great place to just go outside. There are parks beside parks and a path called Troubalet Trail that loops around PoCo that runs right past Citadel. Citadel Heights is the kind of place where you get the space you need for a family to thrive, in an environment that promotes a healthy lifestyle and with prices that are quite reasonable while staying close enough to everything you need. And it's also far enough from the haunted tunnels and ghosts that, just in case they do roam the perimeter of Riverview Hospital, you're not really going to run into them. Now hold that thought about the hills. It's going to come back later as both the best and the worst thing about this place. Now who actually lives up here? Picture it. Families. Lots of families. The kind where there are 2 cars in the driveway, a basketball hoop that has witnessed some shenanigans, and a garage that's somehow full despite no car ever parking in it. A true byproduct of that Costco membership. There are a lot of young families here for the good schools, people who upsized out of a Coquitlam townhouse and never looked back, and retirees who bought decades ago and are sitting on a small fortune they have zero intention of cashing in on. It's a settled crowd. Neighbors actually know each other's names, which I know, wild concept in 2026. Easter is a genuine community event. Summer barbecues spill from one backyard to the next. It's wholesome to a degree that almost feels suspicious, like you're waiting for the catch. If you're seriously considering Port Coquitlam real estate, Citadel Heights is the pocket I would tell a close friend about first. Stick with me because in a minute, I'm going to tell you the one type of person who should absolutely not move here. And if you're watching this video, there's a decent chance it might be you. Let's talk about getting around. And this is where I have to be honest with you because that's what I do and it's the whole point of this channel. You need a car to live comfortably in Citadel Heights. If your dream is rolling out of bed and walking to a coffee shop down the street in your slippers for your daily dose of your half-fat oat milk matcha latte with extra whip, this is not that. You're going to have to drive 5 minutes down Shaughnessy for that. For commuters, this is a great spot. The Maryhill bypass and Highway 1 are right there. So getting into Coquitlam, Burnaby, or downtown Vancouver is smoother than you would expect for a place that's quiet. Transit does exist, but you need to time the bus just right to make the West Coast Express schedule or take a longer bus ride to the SkyTrain station down at Coquitlam Centre. But let's face it, if you choose to live in this area, you are also choosing to own a car, or two, or possibly three if there's a teenager in the house. And then there's the hill. Remember the hill? Beautiful views, gorgeous on a sunny day. Slightly less gorgeous when it snows those 2 days a year, and the whole neighborhood collectively remembers that lower mainland drivers and inclines have a complicated relationship. You know that video every year of the bus slowly sliding sideways down a Vancouver hill? Yeah, there's a version of that in Citadel. It gets shared in the neighborhood Facebook group every single year. Quick pause. If you're finding this useful and you are even a little bit curious about the Tri-Cities, do me a small favor and hit subscribe. It genuinely helps us help more people, and it costs you nothing but a calorie for that thumb movement. Use the comments too. I would love to discuss the topics with you some more. Okay, let's get back to it. So you decided that Citadel Heights and Port Coquitlam is a place where you might want to live. But what do you actually get up here? More than you would guess. Castle Park is the social heartbeat of this place. Playgrounds, spray parks, basketball courts, and open fields. It's a big birthday party central. And on Canada Day, they even do a nice fireworks display. Then there's Citadel Park, which is the calmer cousin. Trails, a river backdrop, the kind of spot dog walkers and early morning overthinkers love. For recreation, the Port Coquitlam Community Center is brand new and one of the better equipped facilities in the city. So the fitness and family programming is sorted. There's a swimming pool, library, and 3 ice rinks all in one facility. And it's just a short drive away. Schools are a genuine draw. Castle Park Elementary and Citadel Middle are right there and well regarded, which is half the reason why families fight to get in. For day-to-day shopping and restaurants though, you're heading down to downtown Port Coquitlam or over to Coquitlam Centre. Fremont Village is also close by. And if you're a family moving this way for more space, you're going to be happy to hear that there's a real Costco here. Not one of those fake ones in the city that doesn't have a gas station. If you know, you know. Everything is close, just not walk there in your slippers close. Okay, you've heard the good stuff. Now let's talk about who actually belongs here, and more importantly, who's going to be miserable within 6 months. Okay, the part you actually clicked here for. Who thrives up here and who should absolutely not move to Port Coquitlam? You will thrive here if you are a first-time home buyer who wants a detached home without the detached home price tag you'd find in Vancouver or Burnaby. You would thrive here in Citadel Heights if you are a family that wants more space, schools, and a yard without taking a second loan. You would thrive here if you are upsizing and want more square footage that still is a number less than 2 at the front of the price. You would thrive here if you are a community who works in a city who doesn't mind a drive but wants to come home to a peaceful area. And you would thrive here if your idea of a perfect Saturday involves a trail, a coffee, and not seeing a single traffic light. Now, who should not live here? If you need cafes, bars, and nightlife within stumbling distance, this place will frustrate you within a week. The closest thing to a nightlife here is the beat of those bandit-eyed raccoons knocking over garbage bins for pizza crusts and the ensuing pack of coyotes howling over the violation of their territory. If you do not own a car, do not do this to yourself. And honestly, if you're someone who needs to be where everything is happening all at once, a constant buzz, PoCo is going to feel a bit slow. And that's not an insult to PoCo. This is just the way they like it. They make no apologies for their peaceful atmosphere, but they will show the politeness of a good old Canadian by holding the door open for you on your way out. Now for years, I was that buzz person. I thought quiet meant boring. Then I grew up, got a mortgage, and discovered the deep spiritual joy of having a garage. People change, and if you think you're getting tired of the noise, then maybe you're ready for Citadel Heights in Port Coquitlam too. Let's talk about money, because that is the question behind every other question about real estate in Vancouver. If you're looking at homes for sale in Port Coquitlam, Citadel is going to give you more square footage for your dollar than almost anywhere else in the Tri-Cities. Citadel is mostly larger detached homes. We're talking 4 to 6 bedrooms. Multi-levels, real yards, attached garages. A lot of them are north of 2,500 square feet. There is a smaller pool of townhomes around here for downsizers and a sprinkle of duplexes, but make no mistake, this is a detached home area. And a lot of those homes come with Fraser River views, which in Vancouver real estate typically costs you a significant premium. Up here, it's just part of the neighborhood. For a ballpark of prices in the area, detached homes have generally started around the low to mid $1 million range, with townhomes sitting below that, depending on size and updates. And here's the good news for buyers in 2026. The Tri-Cities have shifted toward a buyer's market, which means more choices that we have seen in years. Compared to its Tri-City neighbors, Citadel often gives you better value per square foot once you factor in the lot size, the home size, and the views. Now, I am not deliberately throwing an exact benchmark price on screen, and here's why. These numbers have been moving month to month right now, and the last thing I want is you quoting me a stale figure to a seller. So if you want today's real accurate number in Citadel Heights, that is literally my job. Email me and I will pull it up for you same day. I know, that was smooth. Nearly 2 decades in real estate. It's like a reflex at this point. My family has stopped asking me for how my day was because I'll just turn it into a call to action. So that, my friends, is Citadel Heights. The quiet guy in your office who minds his own business and just does his job really well. If buying a home in Citadel Heights is something you want to explore, here's what to do next. Send an email to me at info@happyhomesvancouver.com or a text message to 778-688-6838. And let's help you get settled into your happy home. If you found this video helpful and want to see more of it, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel or share with a friend so that you can help us help more people. In the meantime, check out our full 3-part Introduction to the Tri-City series right here on this channel. We'll have the link for you in the show notes. Again, my name is Simon Liu, here to serve you here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.